Welcome back from a 2-week break. It's nice to take breaks, let the body adapt and take ownership, and then we get back to it. So we'll just find our comfortable standing alignment. Close our eyes so we can tap into the deeper awareness, which is called interoception, the ability to sense the body without movement. This is one of the great underlying factors of what you all are receiving, is this skill. So we're tuning into your alignment. You're just noticing your weight distribution, starting with your feet, noticing what leg is carrying more dominance, what part of your feet feels like it's connected to the ground and what's not. Just this alone, the foot arrangement and the weight distribution and the leg weight distribution can tell us a lot about the pain patterns that exist in your body. You're just tuning in. I just noticed myself leaning off to the right, leaning forward, so my whole right side is carrying more weight. And we bring our awareness up to the pelvis. We just notice what direction the pelvis is facing. If you're not sure, you can look down and verify. I can see my pelvis is pointing off to the left. To get more specific, we find our headlights, tuning into the navel, tracing outward, down and out, finding the headlights, the bony protuberances, contacting those and figuring out which one is down and out, which one's up and in. If you're not sure, you can just look down. We'll do a pelvic correction in class today, so if you're not sure, the majority of the people are down and out on the right side. Bringing your arms down to the side and just really honing into the experience of being in your alignment. Tune into that. Tune into what your body is doing while standing. The more skill you develop here, the more you can create change in your body long term. Good, and then we slowly open our eyes. And then we make our way down to the ground for our second phase, which is decompression. Decompression is one of the missing links in other movement systems. So we take into account the compressional factors of gravity. Gravity pushes our body downward when we're standing and sitting, walking, running and hiking. There's a downward pressure. So it's good to be in this position, the meta restore position. Feet together, knees together, pivot out once for the feet to open to the line of the hip. Arms of the 45 down with sky palm. This is where we learn to just relax and to let our bodies unravel. So just take a moment to allow the parts of your body, your bones, to get heavier. Then we allow the muscles to melt. Feel the muscle tension. feel the muscle tension. Then you melt the muscle tension by releasing it. If you're not sure what that feels like, let's have everybody just pull the shoulders up towards the ears. And notice how that creates shoulder tension. And then if you release that away from the ears, and then you allow the shoulders to sink towards the ground, then that is what it feels like to muscle melt. All of our body parts could be tightening without us knowing. So it's good to bring awareness to that, so we're not holding on to tension full time. Then we think about the arm ring. Our body holds on to this hidden bracing pattern for many reasons. And that's hard to melt off just by thinking about it. So we have a 3-step process. 1, you just tune into it, you identify it, you acknowledge it. Then you thank it for being here and present. And then you ask it to release just for the time of the class. It's sort of like a negotiation process. And then after that, all of that, the body can fully, maximally decompress. And in this space, then we can retrain how we breathe. So in this class, the pelvic body code, we breathe on the base of our rib cage, along the upper metacenter line. So if we all just contact our sternum with our fingertips, our front chest plate, about an inch below the bottom of that, there is about the approximate point of location on the front. But then on the inside of the body is where the actual metacenter lives. Then we just trace a ring around the rib cage. Trace a ring around the rib cage. With your fingertips, just allow the body to sense where that ring is. Our goal is to breathe along this ring. When this occurs, then it helps release space for the pelvis. I know it sounds strange, but it's just one of the rules of the body. So if we all just place our hands on the front of the rib cage, let's all practice breathing up towards the sky on the front of the rib cage, along this upper metacenter line. Just breathe up. Most people breathe here at this point, creating a lot of challenges in the body. So most of you can do this pretty easily. So let's just continue to inhale upward at this line. The more targeted you can become with your breath and your inhalation, the easier it is for your body to relax and to downregulate, to calm down. Now let's bring our awareness to the sides of the rib cage. Let's see if we can inhale into the right rib cage and the left rib cage only, not forward. Notice which side feels more cut-like, doesn't receive as much breath, doesn't expand as easy. Commonly, that's the side that has the down and out pelvis. So retraining the side of the rib cage that doesn't have a lot of inhalation to inhale more can help create the conditions for the pelvis to correct. So for me, I need to inhale into my right side more. So I'm just going to focus with my fingertips on my right side. And I'm going to breathe into the fingertips and into the ribs, thinking about the inside of the breath pushing out. The rib cage alignment affects the whole body. Okay, now I'm going to practice breathing and equalizing 50% in the right, 50% in the left. Now we bring awareness to the back of the rib cage, inhaling into the back only, 100% going towards the ground, which does require some activation subtly in the abdominals, but try not to butt tuck or pelvic floor squeeze. Try to be loose in your body. Okay, now we've activated the quadrants. Now we'll breathe together, 25% in each direction. Starting at the middle, at the upper metacenter. That's on the center of the body. You want to be able to feel the ribs widening and expanding up and expanding down towards the ground. Sometimes it clears out your lungs. Good. Now we're going to start with our, or go to the next phase, mobility, starting with our hip clock. Let's go ahead and bring your fingertips to your headlights. So you can track your headlights during these movements. We first go into our 12 o'clock. We press our feet down into the ground like 5 or 10%. But don't lift up your pelvis. Keep it heavy on the ground. Don't even move it yet. Just press the feet down. And then relax the foot pressure. Now again, press the feet down, push the feet away. The pushing away is a greater percentage than the pushing down. And then you feel the pelvis rotate. And now let's go ahead and go into a full on compensatory movement where the pelvis butt tucks and the low back smushes into the ground. Go ahead and do that. This sometimes can feel good on the low back, but it's not where we want the low back to live all the time. And then we slowly release the foot pressure and feeling the headlights track back to where they started from. Do that again. Press the feet down, keep the pelvis heavy, this time without butt tucking or low back smashing. Just allow the pelvis to tilt a little bit. And slowly relax. Do it again. Press down, push away, and feel the headlights slightly rotate and the headlights point up towards the sky. Slowly release, press down, push away. Slowly release, push down, push away. This is our 12 o'clock movement. Now we'll go into our 6 o'clock. We push down with our feet. Then we pull the feet towards the glutes. The feet don't go anywhere, but it does tilt the pelvis to where the headlights point more towards the knees and the hip flexors, the muscles just beneath the headlights, start activating, as well as the hamstrings. And then slowly relax. Push down, pull the feet. They don't go anywhere, but that does create an isometric contraction for the hamstrings and the TFL that attach to the headlights. And slowly relax. We'll do that again. Push down, pull, 6 o'clock. You want to do this with the legs only, not your low back. And slowly relax. Now we push the right foot down into the ground, and the right headlight elevates and the left headlight pulls down towards the ground. The pelvis is pointing off to the left. And slowly relax. Now push the left foot down directly into the ground. The left headlight elevates and the right headlight pulls down towards the ground, and the right pelvis is now pointing out to the right. The pelvis, like the right headlight is back, left is up. It means the pelvis is off to the right. Get familiar with all these. Understanding your pelvis is the first thing in our system. Press the right foot down into the ground. The right headlight elevates, the left headlight pulls back. And back down. Press the left foot down into the ground. The left headlight lifts, the right pulls back. And once again, press the right foot down, the right headlight lifts, the pelvis points off to the left for the 3 o'clock. The left foot pushes down into the ground, the left headlight lifts, the pelvis points off to the right for the 9 o'clock. So that's the pelvic clock. The 12, the 6, the 3, and the 9. Good. And now we'll come up to the rib cage. We'll do our rib cage mobilization. This will help unlock the pelvis even more. Bring our arms out to the 90 degrees. Return back to your upper meta-center breath, breathing 25% in each direction. Noticing if you have a greater inhale, it's easier to go bigger and more expansive. Exhale all the way. Inhale. Good. Now we'll bring some mobility in. We'll bring our right hand up to the front part of your chest, just beneath the chin. And then we lift the elbow up towards the sky as much as you can to allow the armpit to breathe. This is the arm glide. Lift the head up, rotate the eye gaze over to the left. Notice if you feel some nerve flossing in the left arm. That's okay. Lower the left side of your head to the ground. Slide the right hand to the left shoulder. Lift the head up and glide the right hand along the inside of the left arm all the way until you get palm to palm. Get palm to palm. Once you're there, try to bring your knees and your feet back into alignment. Knees up towards the sky and the feet on the ground. Head is lifted at this point. Now you want to breathe into the upper metacenter expansion. Now go ahead and clasp your hands together. Breathe a couple more times. Clasping allows your body to relax more. When you're in prayer hands, that's more effort. Go back to prayer hands. Now slowly glide the right hand along the inside of the left arm. The head lowers to the ground on the left side, rotates up towards the sky, and the right hand slides all the way open to the 90-degree arm, sky palm. The left arm comes up to the top of the chest, elbow up so the armpit can breathe. Lift the head up, rotate the head to look over at the right hand, lower the head down to the ground. Slide the left hand to the right shoulder. Slide the left hand to the bicep and then lift the head up. Now you're pressing your right shoulder blade into the ground, the right scapula, until the left palm is reaching the right. Now bring awareness to your knees and your feet. Pull the knees back and the feet to the ground. Breathe into the upper metacenter expansion breath. Head is lifted. Clasp the hands. Relax the body a little bit more. Go back into prayer hands. Now slowly slide the left hand along the inside of the right arm. The head lowers to the ground, looking up to the sky. And the left hand glides all the way back to the 90-degree. Bring your awareness back to the upper metacenter expansion breath, fingertips on the side of your ribs. You want to be able to fill up the inside of the ribs, blowing up. Feel them expand and release. Good. Now it is prime opportunity for us to create a self-correction for our pelvis. So majority of people are down and out on the right side. If you're unsure, I'll make that correction, and the up and in on the left. So we're going to start with the up and inside. So that's the left side for me. I'll bring my left leg up to the figure 4 position over the right knee. Then I'm going to press my left hand on the inside